Which type of tattoo makes you cringe the most? I work with the deceased. I've seen a direct correlation between only God can judge me tattoos and being a victim of gunshot homicide. Juggalo tattoos don't bode well for MVAs. Tasmanian devils go hand in hand with gastric bleeds from chronic alcohol consumption. The clinically depressed seem to like dolphins. This is the most interesting comment on here. Shit. Any tattoos of genitals or an anus makes me cringe. A defendant in the courtroom I clerked in during law school had homicide tattooed on his face. Over his eyebrow. Not a great look. Couple tattoos like portraits or names. Mostly when they proudly tell you it's because they've been together for 5 months and just know they stay together forever. The more shit a couple does to prove they're gonna be together happy forever, the less I believe they're gonna be together happy forever. Edit. I see that, but I'm a special exception. Comments have started arriving. Edit 2. Side-eyeing y'all that are so defensive about how happy you are. Who you trying to convince? Knew of a guy once who had dubstep tattooed on his chest in very large letters. He also insisted that dubstep was the future of music and was here to stay. Even if it was here to stay, that's still a really stupid tattoo. It would look equally stupid to have pop or hip hop on your chest too. Tattoos that are gifts from you to someone else. For example, for your birthday, I got your birth dates tattooed on me and tattoos with spelling errors. Example, were you really there if you think you were there? I have a tramp stamp that says no regrets in very fancy cursive. It's the only tattoo my dad laughed at rather than cringed. I can judge no one. We love a self-deprecating hoe. I don't know the exact English word, but in German it's called Assantlers. I'm not sure what it's actually supposed to represent, but it kind of looks like you've got a deer tossing your salad inside your pants. While I like this interpretation and pretty sure it's their word for a tramp stamp, I think I like Assantlers better than tramp stamp. Nothing says I've been to prison for cooking meth in my trailer like a Joker neck or face tattoo. I knew a guy who got a green question mark because his name was Morris, and because of that song. I'm a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. I'm a comic book fan. And told him that's the Riddler's symbol. The Joker's symbol, if any, is the Joker's face. He hung his head and was like, yeah, I know. Lips on the neck. I get it. You're a gangster with an attitude problem and probably want to fight. Come to New Mexico. You'll see this so goddamn much on both men and women that you'll get used to it and it'll stop bothering you. You get a lot of people with Albuquerque and the New Mexico state symbol tattooed on them as well. ABQ is notorious for shitty tats. A lot of the work I've seen since living here is really bad, honestly. Sayings, especially ones that span multiple limb/areas. I was in the army with a guy from Texas that thought he was hard as woodpecker lips. Had Cowboy the Duck up tattooed across his forearms, ostensibly so if he put his fists up to fight you, you would read it and, I don't know, be scared or something. He never got in any fights that I know of, but due to the size he wanted it and shitty planning, one arm said Cowboy D and the other arm simply read Duck Up, and he immediately became known as Cowboy the Duck Up Eater. Dumbus PV2 Waldo gets me my first gold award, lol, thanks stranger. I once stood in line behind a lady who had, like, the bad tattoo parade going from the nape of her neck. She had only God can judge me, something in Asian characters, and an ugly, faded, poorly drawn crucifix. NSFW tattoos. Like it's cool that you really love your girlfriend's vagina, or that you want to showcase the ginormous imaginary prick you have, but the rest of us don't really want to see that. To be fair though, I haven't really seen these much in person, mostly online. My ex, 6 months after we broke up, got a tattoo of me tied up shibari style on his lower arm and sent it to me. The last conversation we had while we were together was about going to a shibari class. This is an educated man who works in an office and will never be able to roll his shirt sleeves up. That would make me change my name, dye my hair, and moved to a different state all on the same day. Bad portraits. Misspellings. Armpit pussies. It's when someone gets two women's legs tattooed around their armpit hair. Yes. Till this is a thing and people are capable of being even trashier than I thought. Those creepy faces of babies, which look like there's a little demon on your body. Baby face are so hard to get right. They don't have the same proportions as adults. Even drawings of babies are creepy 9/10 times. Just saw a couple of days ago a writing on some dude. Kana isn't a bitch, just as I wrote it. He's just expressing support for his friend Connor. She might not be a saint, but she isn't a bitch. Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes peeing on stuff. Except the one from Hot Rod with one stream of urine going on the TV set, and one going on the FM radio with an AM radio safely dry in the middle on a magic carpet. The people who put words from a language they don't understand cause it's quirky and 99% of the time it isn't proofread so it doesn't say what they think it does. Ones where the person gets a tattoo of someone using either their real nipple or belly button to replace the tattoo of a person's nipple or belly button. E.g. Buddha with real belly button. Shit's effing gross. Don't get one. That stupid cliche thing that says life one way and death the other. One my sister did for a guy on his arm of a juice carton with a pussy on the side saying pussy juice edit. If I remember correctly it also had a droplet coming out the end of the straw. Any image that incorporates bodily hair. I met a woman who had a dog tattooed on her leg and she would shave around the tattoo so she could pet the dog. Had a lady come into the store I was working in with a big neck tattoo that said daddy's girl. May have been the most shocking one I've ever seen. Unfortunately a lot of really awful obvious tattoos like that are brands by pimps/human traffickers / I was in line behind a guy who had a tattoo on his neck of two obese, naked cartoon women going at it, tongues hanging out, flying sweat drops, the works. What else is he supposed to jerk off to? It's on his neck. It's more of a public service than a personal use thing. I saw a kid with the 100 emoji tattooed on his forearm. I don't even have a joke to make about that. Know a girl who tattooed her firstborn's name as a tramp stamp. Not what I would want someone to be looking at while tagging from behind. A reminder that she's ovulating and that you are making a significant commitment. The more I think about it, the more genius it becomes. Ultimate birth control. Any tattoos like name, Klaus, name, together forever because if that relationship goes down and the two break up, that is gonna be awkward. My first tattoo I went to get my daughter's name and her birthday. The guy tried so hard to talk me out of it and I couldn't understand why. He goes man a name and date is just gonna turn into a bad memory one day. And then I realized he thought this was a girlfriend or something. Told him it was my kid and he goes oh. Alright let me go get set up haha. More related story. My daughter's mom, ex, has my name tattooed on her wrist and I laugh to myself every time I see her. Facts, he thought you were dating a child? No I can't imagine. Probably figured it was an anniversary or just didn't look to see what the date actually was. It's sweet that he tried to save you. Haha. I'm a tattoo artist. Had a regular come into the shop. He was an older swinger type and my coworker tattooed him. He got Pinocchio tattooed above his junk with his penis as the nose, and script that said lie to me try not to judge tattoos, but I figured you'd all appreciate this one / _ edit, obligatory wow this blow up edit. Thanks everyone for correcting my shrug, but his nose only grows when he tells the lie, not when he hears someone else lie. I can go all night he says. Whatever happens, he ain't winning. Edit, and if anyone has any stupid idea about silver awards or whatever, don't. There are more important things to use money for than a stupid joke on Reddit. Alright, I understand awards now. Whatever. Do what you want. I'm not your mum. Any tattoo with something in Chinese or Japanese written on it. I'm learning Japanese cause why not? And I saw this dude with a tattoo saying sakana, fish, I was like, hey, what does that mean? And he said poison. He may have typed poison into Google Translate lol. I recall seeing a story of a dude that had refrigerator spelled in katakana on his right biceps. His Japanese buddy laughed at him and asked him if he knew what it meant. He showed his left bicep with the picture of a refrigerator on it. Edit. Yes, I don't know how to spell refrigerator without autocomplete. I hooked up with woman who has a tramp stamp which reads damaged. The font is fairly terrible, so the first time we had sex, I thought it said demigod, which, while arrogant and odd, wasn't enough to stop the arousal of my primitive monkey brain. The next time we had sex, and I realized what it actually said, it really took me out of the moment and I never went back. It's hard to avoid people in a small town, but it's gotta be even harder to keep a tattoo like that from becoming quality gossip. Barbed wire around the arm that doesn't even go all the way because it hurt too bad. How else would you let everyone know that you lifted weights in 1996? Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.